Cooperation between China and Germany was not a risk but a guarantee for stable ties, and it's also an opportunity for the future. That was the message from Chinese President Xi Jinping on Tuesday as he met German leader Olaf Scholz. His comments come amid complaints by the EU about Chinese goods flooding the bloc's markets. Xi said industrial and supply chains of China and Germany are deeply interconnected and their markets highly interdependent. Scholz's three-day visit to China was his first since his government launched a de-risking strategy last year to avoid relying excessively on suppliers from the country. His trip also coincided with EU concerns about the threat to European businesses from Chinese goods flooding its markets. That includes electric vehicles and other green technologies. EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has complained about China's overproduction being unfairly supported by what she called massive state subsidies. But Xi warned both Germany and China should be vigilant against what he called rising protectionism. Scholz has been cautious about pushing away China. It's an important market for Germany, and he said the EU should not act out of protectionist self-interest. But Scholz said in Shanghai on Monday competition between China and Germany ought to be fair. He was joined on his trip by senior auto executives like Ola Källenius from Mercedes-Benz and BMW's Oliver Zipse. Both spoke of a willingness to keep working with China.
Georgia's parliament started its first reading on a controversial foreign agents bill on Tuesday, as opponents called for a second day of protests against a measure they see as Russian-inspired. More than 5,000 people demonstrated on Monday outside parliament against the bill, facing off against riot police and water cannon. Tamar Kojamirova is one of the demonstrators.
It's like copy-pasted from similar Russian law against freedom of media, against freedom of organizations. And it's like we will receive same results as now Russians are facing. So it's completely same.
While protesters chanted slogans against what they call the Russian law. Inside the chamber on Monday, opposition MP Aleko Alisashvili was shown on television punching Mamuka Mdinaradze, faction leader of the ruling Georgian Dream Party, as he spoke from the dispatch box. The bill would require organizations receiving more than 20% of their funding from abroad to register as being agents of foreign influence. Georgian critics have compared it to Russian legislation used by the Kremlin to crack down on dissent, a potent charge in the South Caucasus country, where Russia is unpopular for its support of the breakaway regions of Abkhazia and South Ossetia. Local and Western critics have also warned the bill would jeopardize Georgia's hopes of moving towards membership of the European Union. Russia defeated Georgia in a short war in 2008. Western countries, including the United States, Britain and Germany, have urged Georgia not to pass the bill. The EU, which gave Georgia candidate status in December, has said the draft law is incompatible with the bloc's values. Georgia's government has faced accusations of authoritarianism and pro-Russian leanings. It says the law is needed to promote transparency and combat pseudo-liberal values imposed by foreigners. Archo Televadze is a member of parliament for Georgian Dream.
This law defends democracy in our country from any foreign interference. Transparency and accountability are priorities confirmed by the EU's report.
The party said this month it would reintroduce the bill 13 months after it was shelved due to protests.